better say something that will change my mind. Gotta give me something, 'cause I'm not blind. And I don't know how to enjoy it. Every time you tell me it's not there, I suppose that we won't stand a chance. We won't stand a chance.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. I'm showing you a recap of the zone cleaning we did last week in the kitchen. From ceiling to baseboards, we got it all done in zone 1. Now if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and link it at the end of this video. I also told you last week that I break my kitchen zone cleaning into 2 weeks. Doing it this way is just less stressful for me. My kitchen is large and it has a lot of appliances to clean. So in today's video, we're going to do a continuation of zone 1 and we'll be deep cleaning all of my appliances. I'll share with you the tips on how I keep the areas clean, and we'll also pull out my Bissell steam shot to see what areas it can take care of. These are the majority of the cleaning supplies I'll be using today, minus one that I'm saving for you until the end. Now honestly, that's not because I want to keep you in suspense. It's because I totally forgot to set it out for this shot. But anyway, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and fill the steam shot and give it a couple of minutes to heat up. Let's start here with my crock pot. I use it pretty often, so you will see that it has a lot of fingerprints and splatter, and the ceramic inside needs a little TLC.
I'm trying to be right the whole time. You don't buy it. I tried it.
I'm going to try to use the steam shot here on these spots, but in the past I've scrubbed this thing very well and these spots don't budge. I'm going to work on the outside using a damp microfiber e-cloth. I'm wrapping the tip of a butter knife with the cloth so that I can get into those tight nooks and crannies. I start off using the concentrator tip on the steam shot, but I quickly switch it over to the little power brush. You get 3 little color-coded brushes in this kit. I use the green one for my kitchen and the red one is for the bathrooms. I haven't used the black one yet, so I'm not sure what I'm going to save it for.
Gotta give me something.
As I suspected, it won't come off. Like I said, I worked on this with some good old-fashioned elbow grease and I couldn't get anything to budge. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments and I'll give it a try. As you can see over there on the edge, I have some buildup inside the ceramic part of the pot. So I'm going to use the power shot and see if I can get that taken care of. And then I'm going to soak the pot in vinegar and help bring it back to its shine. Okay, that took care of a lot of it. Now we're going to go ahead and clean the top and then we'll fill it with vinegar and let it soak.
If I have learned one thing, it's wasting time.
I'm using a cup of vinegar mixed with a cup of hot water. I turned it on high heat to get it nice and hot, and after about an hour I'll turn it off and let it cool. My Instant Pot is another useful gadget in my kitchen. If you're new here, I have a large family and we like to host family get-togethers here, so I use all of my cooking appliances when preparing food for these large events. I'm trying you're having an issue with your silicone ring smelling, well, you're not the only one. It's nearly impossible to get that smell out. But I will show you what I used that does help it dramatically. You can also buy a second ring, one that you would use for savory foods, and the others will be used for sweets. This helps out a lot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wipe it down really well with my microfiber cloth, and then we'll get into all the nooks and crannies.
Bathing in the light that you share, you're like the sun. Who am I to think how it'd be if you were mine? I've been walking with my shades on for so long, I can't seem to get them back on. 'Cause ooh, how I fell in love, couldn't see it coming, blasting my stereo. I can feel it coming, you on my radio. All I'm hearing is a song. Judge, don't you ever say you're sorry. I don't mind if you don't mind it, sharing all your secrets with me.
Okay, so I'm going to take out the ring and all the other little things in here that gets really gross. But I want to show you that you can remove this top and the ring and place it in the top of the dishwasher. I do this after I use it, but I'm doing a deep clean today. You can remove the vent valve. It's good to do this because if you ever have an overflow, underneath this metal gasket can get really gross. So occasionally you should take it off and clean it so that none of that yuck is dripping down onto your food while it's cooking. I do it anytime I have an overflow. Now that I've wiped off the ring of any debris, I'm going to go ahead and put it back the way that it was. You need to check and see if your ring has any notches and match it up to where you think that those notches go. My notches go to each of these 4 bars, so I'm going to put it back that way. But I've also seen it where the notches are where the valves are at, so pay close attention to the way that yours need to go.
Heartbreak to get moving, tired of the way you...
Alright, now I'm going to fill up the inside with a cup of water and a half of a lemon squeezed in. Then I'm going to turn this on for 3 minutes and let it steam. Be sure that you press the steam option. This steam will pull out the majority of the smell from the ring.
All my time. Oh, don't try. I don't like all the things you do, mess with my head. Just pick me up, let me down like you don't care. This is for...
My husband actually won this air fryer in something that he entered in at work. And believe it or not, I held it in a box for quite a while before I opened it and used it. In fact, it was the encouragement of my youngest daughter, whose pantry we did last Sunday, that made me learn how to use it, and guess what? I love it. But I am sad that the nonstick is coming off of the basket. I've gotten to the point where I'm lining it with tinfoil to protect the food. Eventually, I'll need to replace it altogether. Okay, so I'm going to flip this thing around and clean all the spots that I think need to be cleaned. I'm going to use the steam shot here on the handle because it can't be removed, and I feel like underneath it doesn't get clean when I just wash it. Okay, the Instapot has released and it's cooling off. It smells fresh and clean in here.
We never show emotions, we just keep it down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go.
Do y'all have an issue getting the top of yours back on? I swear it takes me like 15 minutes to get this thing figured out. It's crazy.
Just let go. Just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers?
Alright, let's work on the dishwasher. I'm going to go ahead and get down here in the dishwasher and take out the filter. It's imperative to pull this filter out every now and then. You need to remove the debris. As you saw, I had a lot of stickers from the bottom of my dishes stuck in the filter. But you will find all kinds of yucky stuff in here. All you have to do is pull it out and then run it under some hot water to clean it. It's super easy, but it's super important. Now I'm going to use the steam shot to clean around the edges of the dishwasher. It's important to clean the side gasket of your dishwasher so that it doesn't get a lot of debris stuck in there, because with the debris is where you get the leaks.
Me and you, we're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let yourself go. 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 Just let yourself go.
Now I'm going to go ahead and put the filter back in. And then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of baking soda to the bottom of the dishwasher. And I'll put the drawer back in so that it gets cleaned as well. Then I'm going to fill a measuring cup with 1 cup of vinegar, and we'll set it in the top of the dishwasher. And then I will turn on the dishwasher and let it run a complete full cycle.
Shut up, I'm almost getting dizzy now from the way you bum me out.
Alright, let's go ahead and work on my oven. You may remember that in one of my very first videos, I nearly ruined this oven by putting tinfoil on the bottom of it. I've since learned that you don't want to use tinfoil in a self-cleaning gas oven because it may melt to the bottom of the oven like it did mine. I was super sad because this oven was brand new. But anyways, I got the majority of the mess cleaned up, thank goodness. I'm going to go ahead and use the steam shot to see what areas of the oven that it works for. And we'll start here on the glass. I'm starting with a scraper type gadget to see if I can scrape some of the spots while it's steaming.
Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do. Yeah. I know you think we're good together. Every time I see your happy face, I wanna tell you to just leave me alone.
Now I'm going to go ahead and try the little power scrubber to see how that works.
Yeah. Could you stay away from me?
On the left side is what I haven't done, and on the right side is what I've already done. You can see the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this, and then we will work on the inside of the oven.
Babe, I know that I can be too nice, but I won't be like you do. I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes. It's not like you get a retake. I'll never feel like you do, babe, even if I try to.
I'm going to go ahead and attach the longer hose onto the steam shot. That way I have better reach. And I'm going to try to use the power brush on the inside of the oven.
And forget about me, 'cause I'll never feel like you do. No. Leave me alone and forget about me.
As you can see, it's not really taking up anything. So I'm going to go ahead and use it around the gasket to get all of that cleaned up.
Babe, I know that I can be too nice, but I won't be like you do, babe. You know I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes.
Yeah, look at all that grime that I'm able to get up with a clean white paper towel.
Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do.
I've been trying my best not to think about you, but you're stuck in my mind. I've been hypnotized by you. Hey, all the suffering and pain got me feeling so blue. 'Cause when it was us, I was never enough. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, pushing me.
Now I know that I have a self-cleaning oven, but it really makes the house hot and I don't like to use it when it's hot outside. So I'm going to use this easy off. Now this is the easy off that you can use in self-cleaning ovens, but definitely read the directions before you use it in your oven. Also, you do not want to turn on the oven with this in it. I'm going to go ahead and spray it and let it sit for a couple of hours, and then we will come back and wipe it out. I forgot that I purchased this microfiber stainless steel cloth, or I would have been using it. It has a rough stripe on one side and a soft cloth on the other. It says to use the rough side on the brushed stainless steel, and you wipe it in the same direction as the grain, and the soft side you would use for chrome. Then you have your polishing cloth to shine everything up. Let's go ahead and get it wet and see how it works.
Pushing me down instead of pulling me up.
Okay, we're going to try it here on my toaster, but first I want to get all the crumbs out. For the longest time, I didn't know that this toaster had this little drawer in it, so I was always dumping the crumbs out of the top of it. Well, honestly, I still have to do that if I'm going to get all the crumbs out.
up, pushing me down instead of pulling me up. So tell me what I'm supposed to do just to be alright. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use the soft side of the cloth to clean the chrome, and then I'll shine it up with the shining cloth.
Bathing in the light that you share, you're like the sun. Who am I to think how it be if you were mine? I've been walking with my shades on for so long, I can't seem to get them back on. 'Cause ooh, how I fell in love, couldn't see it coming back.
Now I'm going to use that butter knife and microfiber to clean down into this edge.
All I'm hearing is a song.
Now this is the best that I've seen this toaster in years. I think these cloths may be a keeper. Okay, now we're heading back to the crock pot. Now that it's cooled down, I can empty it and give it a good wash before I put it away.
Drowning in your words from the stories that you carry, I would never judge, don't you ever say you're sorry. I don't mind if you don't mind it, sharing all your secrets with me.
Okay, now I'm using the striped side of the cloth on the stainless steel, and I'm going to be rubbing in the same direction as the grain, and then I'll polish it up with the polishing cloth.
Radio, all I'm hearing is a song.
I really do like it. It's got great shine. Now look at the inside of this pot. What a difference that vinegar made. This is a pretty new can opener, but it gets used all the time. I do run it through the dishwasher, but sometimes it gets some grunge left right there in the wheel and the cutter part. So since I already have the steam shot out, I'm going to go ahead and use it on this section of the can opener. Okay, so it seems we have some tricksters in our house.
What the heck? Who did this?
Okay, so let's try this again. Now my microwave is fairly clean because I use this magnetic cover over my food to help keep it clean, but I'm going to go ahead and freshen it up by putting in a bowl of fresh squeezed lemon water and microwaving it for about 3 minutes. The steam will loosen up anything that's sticky in there, and it makes it super easy to wipe down. Plus, it removes all the smells.
You think I let you down, break your heart and play around, but that's not me, no. I will love you right back, and come and hold you whenever you're sad. Yeah. I know you don't wanna get hurt, but you'll have to take my word that I will love you right back, love you right back.
Okay, now we're back to the dishwasher. It's done with its full cycle, and before I started it, I forgot to put in this finished jet dry, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now it's time to do the coffee pots. The way that I do this is I add a good amount of vinegar, and then I turn it on. And once it runs about halfway through, I turn it off so that it no longer drips. This will allow the vinegar to sit in there and give it time to descale it. This is my husband's coffee grinder. I'm going to wipe everything down to get off all the leftover grinds that gets everywhere. I have a love-hate relationship with this machine. I love the taste of the fresh coffee in the morning, but gosh, it makes such a huge mess. Okay, now the vinegar has been sitting for about 10 minutes, so I'll turn it back on and let it finish dripping through. I then drip 2 pots of clean water to flush it. Then I'll repeat the same thing on the single side.
But you'll have to take my word that I will love you right back, love you right back.
Okay, we're back in the oven. As you can tell by the time, I've been working on this kitchen for hours. But I'm going to go ahead and put on my gloves and take some clean paper towels and get all this cleaner off the oven. Remember that with zone cleaning, you don't have to do it all in one day. You can break it up and do it throughout the week. The kitchen always takes the longest, and that's why I break it into 2 weeks. I also have my little one here with me that needs my attention, so I'm not working straight through. But I know many of you have the same situation. And if you're keeping your appliances clean after you use them, these tasks will go much quicker for you. Right now, I'm going back in with a wet cloth to remove as much as I possibly can.
You're so much deeper when you quit playing charades. Yeah. You act so cool, but underneath you seem afraid. There's something sweet about you.
I'm going to take an extra step and use the power shot on the inside of the oven to remove any of the leftover chemicals that may be in there. I'm going to use this tool, which is to steam curtains or something, and I'm going to go ahead and rubber band on a microfiber cloth. Then we will steam up any leftover traces of the cleaner that might be in here.
Breathe in some love. Let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love. Let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste with yourself. Oh, yeah. Let yourself unfold. Yeah. Let yourself unfold. Owe it to yourself today. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional.
I think the oven looks almost brand new. I'll put the racks back in and we can move on. By the way, if your racks are dirty, you can soak them in the solution that I'll be showing you shortly. These vent fans get really dirty quickly and should be soaked often. You can also run them through your dishwasher. I'm using the Dawn Power Wash to loosen up the oils. While the filter sets, we'll go ahead and work on my stovetop. I'm going to remove all the iron grates and we'll clean those separately. I'm also going to take the black iron covers and soak them. And then we will come in and we'll clean the stainless steel and give it a good wipe down. I'm also going to remove the knobs and hand wash those. I'm going to try the stainless steel cloth up here on this oily hood. Once I shine it, I can tell a huge difference in the way that it feels.
Keep riding skies to yourself today. Just try to.
Okay, so now I'm going to clean the knobs and rinse out the filter, and then we can get those back up into their spots.
Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold.
need some love.
Okay, so now we're going to work on my iron grates. I have learned a tip from a Canadian company that I follow on Instagram. They're called Go Clean Co. It's from them that I got the recipe for the original Tide in hot water to mop my floors. So, I've trusted them with my iron grates, and I found that it works great. If your sink isn't large enough to fit your grates, then you can do this in your bathtub. Now, I put towels in the bottom of my sink so that it doesn't scratch the sink, and I would do the same thing if I was putting it in the tub. As the sink fills with hot water, I'm going to drop in 2 dishwasher tabs. The surfactants in the tabs do a great job at breaking down the oils. I'll put these in here and let them sit overnight, and then I'll come back in the morning and give them a scrub down. Okay, so it's early in the morning and I'm going to go ahead and make myself a cup of coffee in my nice clean coffee pot. Then afterwards, we'll clean those grates and finish up the kitchen. I'm still in my pajamas, but I'm ready to get this knocked out. I'm going to use the rough side of a sponge to scrub off all the oil and debris that was softened up by the dishwasher tab. Last but not least, let's not overlook the sink and garbage disposal. These are the most dirty appliances in our kitchen. I'm going to use the Blue Dawn soap. As you can see, Dawn makes great products to remove oil and dirt. I'm going to give everything a good scrub and rinse it out. For my garbage disposal, I'm going to try these Glisten fresheners. These are daily tabs that I'll keep under the sink here and use them up. After you run the garbage disposal for a few seconds with some hot water, you then turn the water down really low. And you throw in a tab and then turn on the garbage disposal again for a few seconds. And oh, does it smell so good. Okay, so let's take a look at this spick and span kitchen. This zone is now complete. It has been cleaned from top to bottom, including all the appliances. Now I will maintain the kitchen in my morning and evening routines and also in the weekly home blessing. I also make it a point to wipe things down after I use it. This makes my zone cleaning much easier. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have, would you please give me a big thumbs up? It lets YouTube know that you think that I'm doing a good job. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you get reminded every time I post a new video. I'll see you on Sunday for a new decluttering and organizing video where we'll be working on my garage. Don't forget that at the end of this video I will link last week's extreme clean of the kitchen. I'll see you again on Sunday. Stay blessed, my friends.